body, baby.
Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Listen, before you go and count my sins, child, I know, listen, I know, don't come for me. I know you guys. But I'm back with another video bringing you guys my top 5 most Instagrammable holiday destinations under 10,000 South African rands. Now, before I get into this video, I need to disclaim a few of the things before y'all come for me and come for my edges and tell me no, it was not 10,000 rands. I need to tell you guys that prices for these trips that I'm mentioning may vary depending on when you go in the year. And I went on and searched for the cheapest rates for these trips that I'm telling you guys about. And the prices that I chose were based on solo travel. And I know other people prefer to travel with their friends, to travel with their partners, but I went and did a solo travel search because I know that sometimes our friends be disappointing us. So we'll plan trips in groups and we think we're going on this beautiful girl vacation and one of us drops out. So I made this for those of you who really want to travel and sometimes your friends keep letting you down. So these are the prices that I'm bringing you guys. The good thing about it is that the minute you want to bring your friend, these prices may go lower than what I'm mentioning right now. So I know that the school holidays are coming up from the 23rd, I think, to the 30th of March. So I went ahead and put in those dates in my search engine. And I need to tell you guys as well that the more time you give yourself to book a trip, the cheaper the trip is going to be. And then I based my trips based on a 5 to 7 night stay. So what I did when I realized that my trip was over 10,000 rands, then I'd reduce the night. I mean, going somewhere from Monday to a Saturday or from Monday to a Friday is not really that bad. I went ahead and used Expedia. If you're wondering what that is, there is a travel Q&A video that I did, and I will go ahead and link it in the cards above, so you guys should go and check that out. And so if you know Expedia, you know that they give their rates in US dollars. So I would advise you guys to wait until the rand is stronger before you go ahead and make these bookings. And these are based on people who are leaving from OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg. So if you're leaving from Cape Town, for instance, or Bloemfontein or Polokwane or Durban, then you will have to filter in the local cost for travel. Okay, so coming in at number 1, for me, Zanzibar, guys. If you have watched my travel Q&A, you know how much I raved home about Zanzibar. Zanzibar is one of the most beautiful islands along the Indian Ocean, and it's just next to Tanzania. You can actually get on a ferry to Tanzania from Zanzibar, so maybe you can be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It has the most beautiful pearl white beaches, you guys. They have spice farms. You can go on a spice tour and it's really beautiful. You really get a feel of the locals. The buildings are amazing. They have the most Instagrammable doors and they are so rich in culture, guys. There is so many local restaurants and so many local food. The best thing about them is that they have a night market called the Fodari Market, and I used to go there every single day during my stay there. And guys, it is so affordable, it's so cheap. I promise you don't even need a lot of pocket money to spend in Zanzibar, because it's not really about getting souvenirs, but it's actually about immersing yourself in the culture and understanding the culture for yourself and just trying out new things. You can actually book a trip to Zanzibar from about 8,000 rands right up until 20,000 rands if you have the money. But if you're just looking for like a comfortable stay in Zanzibar, you may be able to book this trip for just 8,000 rands to 10,000 rands. My second holiday destination has to be Thailand. Now guys, you know that Thailand was very popular in 2017 and that resulted in prices going very high for people to book. But because Thailand is off the radar now and people have moved on to Bali, it means that Thailand is not as expensive to visit as it used to be. And so it's very possible for you to get a trip for about $599 US. You can convert that yourself and see how much that is. But as I said, said, guys, it depends very strongly on how the rand is doing at the time, but they have the most breathtaking islands I have ever seen in my entire life. The views are spectacular, and the best part about Thailand is that 1 baht is probably 50 cents. So 1 South African rand can get you about 2 bahts, and so it means that you're sort of buying everything half price if you look at it if you look at it that way. And so Thailand is one of my best places that I've been to because they have the most beautiful temples. They also have a beautiful Buddha statue right in town in Phuket, and they have the most breathtaking markets that I've ever experienced anywhere else in the world. When I tell you that my most expensive handbags, leather handbags, I bought from Thailand, and they were really cheap. So if you guys are looking for just a getaway in Asia, strongly recommend that you visit Thailand. It does come in at around 9,000 to 10,000 rands if you want to stick to the 10,000 budget, but of course it does go up depending on the kind of stay that you want to experience. Coming in at number 3, guys, there was no way I was gonna complete this list without mentioning this place. It has to be Mombasa in Kenya, or anywhere else in Kenya really. Kenya has the most beautiful beaches. I mean, it's right along Zanzibar and right along the Indian Ocean, so the water there is really warm and very conducive for swimming. They have camel rides if you want to go there. You get to experience a true African culture. And you know what, guys, they have the most beautiful seafood. I mean, one of the best seafood platter that I've had was alongside some resort in Diani in Kenya. If you guys really want to just get away and just stay at a resort for about a week and just relax, Diani, Kenya is really a nice place to visit. And guys, Kenyan shillings are really cheap compared to the South African rand, so you can really have a good time without spending a fortune. And the best thing about it is that you can have very cheap massages. I mean, I remember having a massage for about 100 rands, and it was really good. And it's not even a fancy massage, guys. They have these huts alongside the beach where you can literally just lay there and they massage you for really cheap. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. The 4th place that I really recommend, guys, is Mozambique. I mean, Mozambique is just endless when it comes to the options that you have for visiting. I mean, you can do Ponta, which is Ponta de Oro, right by KZN. You can do a drive, or you can fly in via Maputo. But whatever you choose to do, whatever mode of transport you want to use, you will still stick within the 10,000 rands budget, and I promise you guys, you will not spend a fortune. However, the cost of living there is quite high. I mean, I remember buying myself a can of Coke for about 30 rands. I was not impressed, but I mean, I must say they have the best seafood there is to offer. But not other than that, guys, it's a really beautiful country. I know that one of my greatest collection of African print material comes from Mozambique, because they just really know how to stock up on those materials. And another thing that they have, guys, is great virgin hair. I mean, if you love your wigs, you love your weaves, you want to collect such things, Mozambique is really a very nice place to do that, because it comes in slightly cheaper than what you would buy it here in South Africa. And you know what, guys, I mean, they have markets as well, and you know, you just get to experience that local feel of what it takes to be in Mozambique. And last but not least, guys, I really had to do my research when it comes to this one, because when I tell you that I almost put Bali on this list, but you know what, I was like, that's not even a true reflection of what it is, because Bali is quite expensive. But coming in at number 5 has to be taking a cruise, right? I personally have never experienced this, and so I really want to challenged myself to try it in future. But I know that you can have the view of the ocean. You know what actually inspired me to put this down as one of the options is because I had just spoken to somebody that's been on the cruise, and they were just explaining how beautiful it was. The best thing about being on a cruise, guys, is that there is ample food. If you love food like I do, then going on a cruise is definitely one of the things that you need to try out, because it really just helps you to take in the oceans, take the spectacular view of the ocean. Make sure that you book a cabin with a balcony and that you don't book one without it. However, the best news is that if you choose to go for one without a balcony, then you'll be going in at around 3.5 to 4,000 rands. But if you want that spectacular 5-star experience of a cruise, I encourage you to go for one with a balcony, because you can literally get up in the morning or at night and just look at the ocean at its finest, guys. I mean, you get to see whales, you get to see dolphins, all up in the sea. And the best thing about a cruise is that you don't even have to get out of the country. You can literally just cruise from Durban to Cape Town, from Cape Town to PE, or the one that I actually recommend is that you take a cruise to the Portuguese islands next to Mozambique, and you really have a good time there. Alright guys, I really hope you found the video very helpful and that you are on your way to saving for your next trip, because it is very possible to get out of the country and have a good time for 10,000 randellas. Make sure that you click the subscribe button so that you stay tuned for more. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.